What's up, nerds? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we've got an unboxing for you guys. A whole bunch of new Yak accessories from Yak Attack. We've also got some new shoes from Columbia and boots, deck boots that we're going to be testing out, and a whole bunch of other stuff, including some baits. I'm Jeff. This is Paul. We're the Aggressively Average Anglers, and if you haven't been to this channel before, what we do here is a whole ton of gear reviews, a whole lot of fun, and a whole bunch of breaking stuff.
We do break a lot of things, and we do a lot of fishing.
So let's get into this video. We got a lot of stuff to unbox.
Oh, baby. Let's start with comfort first.
Let's do that.
So this is the new 28-liter Yak Attack backpack. No, it's a fully waterproof backpack. It's not submersible, but it is waterproof. There are some features about this backpack that make it pretty unique. First of all, you can go ahead and you can just attach a Yak Attack. This is what goes on the side of their crate, which I have built out. Check it out. But they have these little strap doohickeys right here on the side, and you can actually attach them if you wanted to. Just
put your backpack on.
Show them how it works.
Turn around. Look at that.
But it also has a latch on it.
Look at that little elastic there, and then that's not, oh my God, I'm gonna get a hook in this.
Yeah, you are.
But it's not gonna fall off on the river, which is neat.
Now, a couple other cool things about this backpack. One, I know that I've not seen yet from almost any other backpack, especially not waterproof, is the full hip belt. Not just like, oh, I've got a little strappy. This is a legit hip belt, and it actually is a little hip hugger.
It's actually a lumbar belt turned.
Yeah, oh baby.
Look at it. Full lumbar support there.
Yeah, it actually does its job, which is actually kind of nice. You also get this strap, which is my absolute favorite. Don't be too mean to the mic.
Don't drop my mic.
And then you can oh,
that's literally how you drop a mic.
It's still on there.
Holding on by a hair.
A thread for its life. But seriously, this thing, the comfort on this, I'll never forget. When I put it on the first time just to test it out, I had like all my kids' stuff in it, and I was like,
let me try it.
The comfort level is insane. Now, the exterior material is PVC. It is extremely plush. It's much easier to open than other.
Your shoulder's so small.
I'm in marathon training mode, which means I am tiny.
I am large boy. It's actually really cushy. Yeah, I feel like most waterproof bags that we've used in the past.
300.
They're pretty rigid. They're pretty expensive. So instead of getting like a Yeti, 300 bucks, something like that, this one's pretty comfortable. I have used those Yetis before. I feel like this one is quite a bit more comfortable. Wow. And it's under 200 bucks. If you want the rod holders, if you don't already have them, then you can get two of them. I think two for 200 bucks.
And there's also a couple other features that pretty much no other backpack I've seen similar has. So you get a lot of different tie-down points. So this would be for your like zingers and stuff, or like a knife. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah. Dude, now, and that doesn't include the ones on the side as well. Now, a couple of things. These actually can go omnidirectional, so they go through the top and then they go through the side here as well. This is a heavy-duty D-ring, and then you get the external pocket, not completely waterproof, but like if it's raining, that's not going to be a problem at all. Another thing too is this is a PVC handle, super nice. And then this right here is Molly. So there's actually ridges in here. So you can hook multiple things up here as well. None of other backpacks have that. And it does have here, to carry the extra, you can go ahead and Velcro this backwards. So like nobody else has this. So like this can go.
That's a major issue with a lot of other bags.
The hip belts, the strappy just don't go away. You can actually do that with these ones, and they're actually gone, which is super nice. One other thing. So when you open this up, it is one giant huge pocket, but it actually can be used for a lot of other things. So it has a removable, it's actually Velcro inside, removable organizer. So you can put a laptop in here. You have the larger laptop sleeve. And then you got a little flap here for a bunch of miscellaneous stuff.
Crazy. That is nuts.
Yep, and when you don't want it, just Velcros right out. And then you just have the one big, huge opening.
I have one of these as well, and I didn't even open it up yet.
Jeff got the green one. I got the gray one. The green is very, very cool. The color.
Because I'm smart and I picked first.
I like the gray.
Because this is gray. Oh. And you also have this. What if I just threw it?
It would be heavy.
Oh, well, catch it.
So right here we got the 13 by 13 Yak Attack Blackpack Pro. I have actually already set mine up to go right inside my Crescent Smallie. It is fine. If you guys haven't seen this before, this is the king of kayak crates. It is a little on the heavy side. It's probably going to be the second heaviest of all of the major options that are available, but it has by far the most features and is by far the most flexible. So these rod holders can go anywhere around in a lot of different configurations. You'll notice that they are angled here at the bottom, so they fit in the thinnest possible profile, and your rod does come out the bottom. You already saw these, but you also have on each side of these, see these different rings right here? These are attachment points for you to put tools and things like that and do retractors. Get in there. Oh,
angle
we
it,
gotta
angle it more.
Go above the door.
There we go. And then you do that.
Yep. And then that way, your rod is totally secure. So even if you were to flip your kayak, as long as it doesn't hit a log, you're going to be just fine.
Neat.
And it's a lot harder for a tree to go ahead and remove it for you. Now, a lot of these features you don't need. So if you don't want to use the handles, you can actually just not attach them. If you don't want a lid, you can just take it off with like 6 screws. They have these tie-down points for you to secure it to your kayak. I do use those with a little bit of bungee strap.
Smart.
You could take those off if you want. And it also has rubber feet so that it doesn't move around. Again, you can reduce a lot of the weight just by taking some of the stuff off. They come in 3 different sizes, 13 by 13, that's this one, the smallest one, 16 by 13, so like a rectangle, and then they do have the one that Jeff uses, which is the 16 by 16. Also, Yak Attack did send, this is the short stack, so it actually goes right on top.
Here's one, Paul. Here, I'll hold it, you do it. So here's the short stack. You put all your tackle down here. Short stack is another lid there, so you can put all your, usually we put plastics and extra stuff in there for the day. Swim baits.
Scale, pliers, etc.
Next up, we got a new cushion on the market. Oops, upside down logo. There we go. So that is the Yak Attack seat cushion. These are pretty sick. We have actually used it for a day, and it is made of this like, it reminds me of like those purple mattresses or something. Yeah, so look at this material that they use on the inside. Space age.
Very good for being in a wet environment.
Yeah, so it will get, I actually went fished the whole day in the rain, and it dried out really fast, and it doesn't like get moldy or gross.
And you can see right through it. So this material is very thin.
Very light.
But yeah, it's super light, and they have 2 different versions. They have a firm and a soft. I opted for the firm. Jeff went with the soft.
I think that's what we did. Yep. Yeah, but we might, swap them out. We'll try them at some point in time, but look at this. They've got tethers all up and down the side, so you can actually do what I did, which is straight up zip tie it to your seat. You can clip it to your seat.
I have what I'm gonna do. I'm actually just gonna use a little cam strap, a little 1-incher, a little 1/2-incher. That's the way to go.
So it's on the front, the back, and the sides, and you can just clip some tools on here. Like, I don't know, what if you strap this to your seat, and then you just did one of these things, and all of a sudden your tool is right there when you need it on the side of the seat. That's pretty cool.
Clutch, baby.
Ha! There you go.
Got him, baby.
Crap. All right.
Continuing with the PVC theme.
We got some bait binders. We got a little one.
Got your little baby binder right here.
Little guy. Oh, big one. Get out of here.
Dude, look, it's like I can just slap the...
Wait, hang on.
No!
Give him the chair.
Oh, I get it. Yeah. That's nice.
Yeah.
Well, handy. Oh, that's cool.
FBI.
FBI.
Anyways, this is enough goofing around. We got a video to do here. So this is the 11 by 14 edition. It's gigantic. This can fit inside of the 16 by 16 black pack. So you could get a short stack, toss this into the short stack area, and then on the inside, you just put all of the plastics that anyone has ever owned in the history of fishing. Because look at this. It's just binder on binder on binder. It's kind of ridiculous.
Should I just fill this out?
You could. I want to be clear with this. I've never been a fan of binders. I know a lot of people don't like binders, and it starts thin like this, but as soon as you get 10 bags of plastics in this, it gets beefy. That said, there's definitely a use for this. I usually use them for ice fishing season, actually, a lot of the time. And I will commit to use this for like a day or two at least, and just really give it a chance and see if it can win me back.
And I will tell you guys, every single thing that we get that we put on a video, we make a commitment to use. So like, I will fill this out. I will use it for as much of the season as I can. And at the end of the season, we actually go back and we talk about a lot of the gear that we used. And we just make sure that you get the full review after we put time on the water on it.
The good, the bad, the ugly, it all comes out, but we got to give it a chance on the water before we can really say anything. So whenever you see an unboxing video the first time, it's really just a first look, first impressions, and we try to make a big point of that. Also important to point out in this video, especially if you're new to the channel, is this channel has no sponsors. If they want to send us stuff, we tell them that we're going to give an honest, unbiased review, and we'll let people know what we think. We have done this with kayaks, which are very expensive things, and we will still point to the things that we have problems with. So if that rings true for you, awesome. That's what we do on this channel. Just wanted to point it out.
The message is always, if you don't believe in your product, don't send it to me.
Yep.
Now, the one thing I will say about bait binders, Jeff kind of mentioned they fill up very fast. It's actually, it wouldn't seem like it, but it's actually a minimalist dream. So if you are like I fish Ned rigs, I fish swim baits, and that's it. Like, this is for you. If you're like, I fish worms and I got 7 different colors, or if you're like, I'm only a Z-Man dude, that is like the mentality you want to have going in here. It's just like, bring what you need and be able to sift and get through it quickly. This is what the rings look like. So you can see in here, there's this like steel rings. You can open them just like your old middle school binder and pull out or add whatever you'd like. And
Trapper keeper.
Trapper keeper, baby. And then you unzip here and then you get a window to see your product. This is probably like for hooks and terminal, but you can put a couple of things on the inside of it as well. Again, PVC, so you're not going to get any water in there. This is pretty dope. Before, but this is the black.
That was yours.
This is fun. I've never had more fun. Continue on the theme with black carbon, right? So some of these products you've actually already seen from us, but they now come in the black carbon, which, by the way, I wanted to give you a close-up. It is kind of dope. And if you haven't seen these bags, I actually done some videos on these because these are hyper useful, and they come in 3 or 4 different sizes. Jeff is going to show you how to use the air chamber. So you can see these are submersible, completely waterproof.
This is a flotation device at this point.
Now, when you don't want the air in there, you want to compress it. You open up that valve, you press down, air comes out, and then you seal it just by tightening it up. It's just like the air mattresses, the camping mattresses that you use.
Yep.
They work really well. They're really simple, and they're kind of bulletproof. Holy smokes. I think it's 4 sizes. Anyways, there's a whole bunch of sizes.
I think you can just like kidnap a human being with this. What do you guys think?
No, don't do that.
It's huge. It's cavernous, and you can see what's in it. That's neat.
And also this strap right here doubles as like, hey, I'm just going to carry my stuff, or you want to put it as a sling pack. I actually use these to carry my kids' stuff around the neighborhood. It's awesome. And
how much air can we get in? Like, could we float a boat with this?
A boat? What kind of boat?
I don't know. Very small one.
Yeah, it is a boat.
If this becomes your boat,
valve's open.
No. Dude, look how much air is in there.
It's a lot.
That's insane.
You can fit a lot more than that in there. It's pretty nuts. These are quality.
This will float a human.
By far. And they're just, what I like about them is they're simple to use. The roll top is, as long as you get 3 rolls on it, it is submersible.
Yep.
And I really like they put like a backpack, like sling strap on it. It just makes it do a lot of things very simply. If you're a river float person, this is how you stash your stuff inside and outside of your kayak.
Here's another neat thing that we're playing around with. In fact, we just installed this on the Wilderness Systems Tactical Pro 128. So if you want to learn more about that kayak, we're going to be dropping some videos on that as well. And I have these rigged up on it. These are the short version. The ones on that are the tall version, but here is what they look like. All right, so watch this clip for the tall one, and then we'll show you the low profile.
So these are the rod stagers from Yak Attack. So what's pretty sick is you can move them around however you want. So like if this seat wasn't here and you wanted to have your rods in transit in your truck, you could lay them across on the inside. Then you get to the water and you're like, haha, just kidding. I want these on the outside. And then when they're on the universal mounting track, you can face them whichever way that you want and just lock and load those bases. So in this case, I want them all the way out to the end because I want everything outside the kayak. And I'm gonna, just kind of grab them whenever I want. I'll just be like, oh, this rod, thank you very much. I'm done. Oh, this rod, swap it out. This looks like a lot, and that's because rods are not free. Neither are reels, neither is line, neither are baits. So when you don't want to lose something, check out these bands. They have these bands in here. Boom. That is locked in. You're not getting it out. And there's a little safety clip. That's for each one of these. So you get the security for all of your rods and reels, and then you can move these around as needed. So if you only wanted 2, you could do 2. If you want 2 on one end, 1 on the other, you can do whatever you need to do. And like I said, when you're done, you can either be like, I'm done, I'm out of here. Or you can be like, I'm done, I'm out of here.
Okay, that was neat. Check this out. This is a low profile. Look at this.
Dang.
Just one little track mount like that. So you would rig this up, side of your kayak. It's got this little push button that allows you to adjust this. So you could have it like partially inside your kayak. You could put it all the way in for like travel if you want to just leave it there. That way it's not hanging off the edge and bashing into your garage door or something. And then when you're ready to actually fish, you slide it all the way outside your yak. And then this mounts to a track right here. And it stays nice and low profile. That's pretty cool.
That is really cool.
Basically, we see it like if you have a low profile, like a paddle kayak, something where you want it out of the way, you go low profile. You have a big kayak, you're running a motor, it might make more sense to do the high profile. It's just closer at hand, especially if you have like a seat that's higher up, higher position. Couple quick things we grabbed because we realized we got a bunch of tools floating around and we'd rather have them close at hand. So we each grabbed some of these retractors that Yak Attack sells. There's a billion retractors out there. I will say that I've bought a bunch off of Amazon and been quite disappointed with them.
I have one that I hate. It's just, you just had it on camera a little while ago. It's the worst. Dude,
but these are all the same, and you can see like eventually they just kind of wear out.
That's what tooting happens.
Yep, they don't hold on.
Suck.
But we've also had issues with things like boomerangs. So we're gonna be trying these out. Again, first impressions look pretty neat. This one has actually 2 on there. Now I don't love these connectors. so much as I love just a straight up split ring, so I might swap that out. But still, having the dually is pretty neat. And this one has a big old heavy duty clip to it. So we're gonna try those out. But this one's cooler.
This is ridiculous. So this is a flush mount for a track. So there's it mounts to your track like so. You just tighten it down with that. This is the heaviest, dutyest version. So this would be for like your net, your phone, like something that's like really valuable and important to have close to hand. And this one is actually Kevlar.
So I actually have this on my New Canoe Unlimited. I've been using it for a couple of weeks, and it is sick.
Look how it's recessed. So the actual connection point is recessed, so it's nice and flat. Dude, this is premium right here.
So far, performs really well, in my opinion. So we still have some apparel, some baits, and then we got a really cool kayak accessory that allows you to store and rig your kayaks. Let's hit apparel first.
Best logo in the game. Go.
This one. I'm actually wearing it as well on my hat. But we just got some hoodies actually from Bambuie Bear. They're like 30 bucks, which like you don't find $30 hoodies anywhere.
Not with giant ecstasy bears holding up 2 giant bass.
Cocaine bear. They're comfy, they're great, whatever. If you want a cheap hoodie with a cool logo, I think that's the way to go. And then if you want a neat hat, we got a bunch of these. I've been wearing this hat on the podcast forever, and people always ask me. I have sold a ton of these hats just to people who I meet who don't even fish.
They're just sick.
They're just like, where'd you get that hat from? And like, I had a buddy from California bought it for his son. Yeah, this logo, it slaps.
I think I'm wearing this to Hawaii.
Look at this one. This is the one I've been wearing forever. It is a little beat up.
Hence why we had to place a re-up order.
But now we got the clean ones.
Dude, what the heck? I don't even want to wear it. It's too nice.
Go there for the baits, stay for the apparel, or just go there for the apparel, whatever.
And then stay for the baits.
And then stay for the baits.
Oh, yeah.
These ones. What do we got?
So Bambuie Bear, they actually, we discovered them in iCast, I think 2 or 3 years ago. And what got us into them was basically the secret of the ooze. So they had this right here. It's a syringe and allows you to, like, with one press of the plunger, you can like scent your baits on the inside in chambers that they have in their baits designed to hold on to this. So you may have seen this with some other companies. There are some other ones doing it. But dude, Bambuie Bear, these ones bang. And I'll tell you right now, I've never been like a huge scent guy. I think the only one I ever believed in was like Max Scent. Like that was the one for me.
Yeah.
And
that's everybody.
So I tested it in a place where I really know the fish. It's like on my at a cottage, a place where I fish all the time. And I was fishing Ned rigs, and I was like, I don't know why I can't get one. I should be able to get one. There should be a fish here. And then, no exaggeration, I tied on one of these. I hit it with the juice. First cast, fish. Second cast, fish. And I was like, all right, I guess it works. It was nuts.
Third cast, no fish. Fourth cast, fish. Fifth cast, dead pop. All right, so this is one of their baits. It's called the Scoochie Bug.
Let me show you how this works. So in the back, this is actually a hollow chamber. So all you do is you press one time, and on the draw out, now you actually have goo inside there. You actually
goo loaded.
Come out fully loaded. I'm actually gonna put this in my boat. The other thing it comes with, and this was another thing. Like I think the baits are great. Actually, they do catch fish. No, I've done it. But they actually have 2 or 3 like terminal pieces that I think are really unique.
So they have this metal ring option for your Nico rigging. Instead of using a band, you can use something like this. And it's actually got 2 little holes on the front there.
2 different sizes, one small and one large.
So you just run your hook through the appropriate side of that, and then you are good to go. This is not coming off. It's not going to break. If anything, the bait would probably break at some point in time. But you're going to be able to catch a bunch of fish with that. So that's pretty cool. And they also sell...
This is my favorite.
This is their Nico weight. And it looks like... I'm going to take it out. Check it out. Looks like that.
The dual-sided, it works so good. Like, so good. Z-Man baits, all different kinds, like the elastic stretchy baits, everything works for it. You really got to pull them through. Oh, God. Well, that's yours now.
That one's chipped.
No, it's actually not.
Oh, it didn't chip.
No.
Chip test. Pass.
One thing you'll notice too is there's 2 holes on the side of this. It actually creates a bubble trail on the way down. They showed us this in the tank. It was wild.
All those videos are on the Bambuie Bear website, so you can check them out there.
And you can see the scent dispersion. The way that his scent disperses when it's inside a chamber is totally different than when you put it on the outside of a bait. It's wild. And they also have the bogey. So this is actually, they were drop shotting this, and it looks
it's stupid.
It's kind of crazy. Like it's kind of wild. And there's actually a scent chamber that runs horizontally from here all the way back. They actually put a picture of it right there. Check it out. So you can actually scent fill this one as well.
So you actually inject it from the bottom right there. Here's what it might look like on a jig head. And then here is what you would do to Nico rig it. They actually have a slot in the back
Did you see
that ring there?
Did you see the pearl on this?
Yeah, the pearl is great.
The pearl is actually really good on this.
And then they also sell glass rattles because they actually have a spot where you can just shove a rattle chamber in there. So that's pretty cool too. Next up, we got the Bank and Creek bag. Yes, I know it says Bait School on the top of it. It's actually the Bank and Creek bag. You can get this on the Pradco website. Go to pradco.com.
And it's an every other month subscription, which I think is the perfect cadence if I'm being honest.
Yep. And it's $40.
We have had these before. Some of my favorite things about them. One, you always get the good stuff. So there's usually like premium brands in there.
Or some new stuff.
Or the brand new stuff. It's one of the two. And this is the brand new Live Flex. So this is their like stretchy version, a Rebel stretchy version, like a Z-Man's type, Elastec type material. I love these setups because it actually comes with 2 pre-rigged. You may have to rejudge them. They're not always perfect. I think they're a learning.
Yep.
And then it comes with 1 other hook for you to rig your own. And this is a new keg style. I will break this one open.
So yeah, you can kind of see in here, Paul's going to show you up close. It's a keg style jig. So it's like a skinny football. It's just wide. It's like Hey Arnold's head.
It's really cool. I mean, it's meant for the river. This is all going to absolutely slap in the creek. I also love that they come with, check that out, your little mini package. So you don't need to carry the whole pack, and you can protect your baits and carry your hook as well, all in one little pack. It's pretty convenient.
I'm just stuffing these into my pocket.
Well, obviously. There is the new keg. So you can kind of see it's like a keg shape, right? Really good for the river, good for rocks, not getting hung up quite as much, and also very good for bottom contact. You get your hook holder right there, your bait holder right there to make sure that stays in place, because that stretchy Live Flex plastic, it does tend to move if you don't have a bait keeper.
But we don't stop there, because the thing we like about this bag the most is just, it's always loaded. It's like the volume is there, and everything pairs up really well. So next up, we got the Booyah Bait Co. This is the Micro Pond Magic. I mean, literally throw this in any body of water, any puddle.
I can even tell you, I was in the river and I caught my first river walleye ever in Grand Rapids off of one of those.
I love it. Next up, we got the Teeny Torpedo. The Torpedo is just like, it's a banging topwater lure, especially in like the frog color, that bullfrog color.
Slaps.
So this is from Hedden, straight up classics.
Do it on a BFS setup.
You'll have a blast.
Oh my gosh. Or an ultralight in the creek. Get them smallies.
Speaking of BFS, ultralight, all that stuff, we also have the Bumble Bug. Absolute classic.
I don't have this color.
Yeah.
Oh, look, did you guys notice the wings? The wings are different.
Wings.
Oh, come on now.
We got a cricket.
You always gotta have the crick hopper.
Gotta have the crick hopper. We've got, I've never used this ever before or seen it.
I've never seen this.
The Cattercrawler. The Rebel Cattercrawler. Give me this.
Raw.
Dibs.
Dude, Rebel is just loaded up. Now, another thing too, there's a bunch of other brands inside of here. So like Great Lakes Finesse is usually featured inside these bags. And those are an expensive premium product, and they're usually in there. I think like 3 out of the last 5 we've got have had GLF in there.
Bro, what in the heck?
I'm in. I'm 100% in.
I'm 100% in. Hold on to this.
That just looks like a caterpillar, right? I mean, that's what it is.
I'm really curious on the action.
Is it ribbed? Is it like, it's texture?
Yeah, there's texture to it. It's nuts.
Bro.
Using it.
So a lot of people don't know that this existed. This is the Super Teeny We Are. We got to work on the naming a little bit. Come on. Look, dude, these things actually, these slap. I will say I do swap out the trebles for these. So I actually have a whole bag of like size 8, 10, 6 trebles. These things wreck at all times. And for the money, you're not getting more out of you. Wait, what is this? Didn't we just order these? Nope. A wobblehead from Jean LaRue? 3/16? That's another thing I forgot to mention about these Bank and Creek kits. Every single time, they actually give you a pairing that is meant to be paired with one another. It's not like, oh, this could work, or this may work, or you could do this.
Or things that have nothing to do with each other. Or the things that just
don't, right? In other subscription boxes. These always do, and they are always killer. A freaking wobblehead?
So we got a lizard with the curly tail and the flat, like, curly legs on it, too.
What?
And then you have a 3/16 ounce wobble football head. So you can just swim this thing around. If they on beds.
That's what I was about to say. It's time, dude. It's time.
It's bedtime. And
it's bedtime? Did you just say it?
I did.
It's bedtime.
We got Copper Flake mixing this thing, too, which I love to see Copper Flake. Anytime I get some Copper Flake, I am a happy camper.
So are the best.
All right, cool. We did it.
That was sick.
Wait. There's one more very important thing to remember with these.
Stickies.
Well, one, you get the bag, which the zipper actually holds up for more than 2 days.
I usually get it for 2 trips.
Yep, and then it dies, like everything else. But it holds up pretty, like, a lot better than a lot of other bags that I've gotten.
Worse.
Oh! So you always get the Bank and Creek sticker, but then sometimes you get a really neat sticker.
That's not fair.
How is that not fair?
You're holding it.
There you go.
Oh, I thought he was lying for
No,
sure.
I'm a good friend. I'm not a bad friend.
Bro,
when have I ever been a bad friend to you?
Sick. That is, I would get that tattooed. Wouldn't you?
No.
Liar.
But I would put it on my car. Put that on my gravestone.
Hope your parents got your tombstone for Christmas.
Well,
no, it's inside you, so
help.
I'll just leave you to deal with that. Hold on. Where's your D-hooker? All right, well, Jeff unfortunately just hooked both of his fingers at the same time.
This is a good time to talk about something like this.
It's a good time to talk about this tool right here. So we were recently sent this D-hooker tool. Look, I understand. It's $60 for something that pulls hooks out of you, which is a rare occurrence where you would actually need help. But I'll tell you this right now. If you're flipping, right, you got that big 5/0 EWG hook or whatever, flipping hook. If you get that jammed into your forearm, into your legs, like that's
what
you're
gonna say something else.
We get called out all the time because we go barefoot in the kayaks a lot, and there'll be like a pike flopping around inside the boat, and I'm just waiting for one of those hooks to go right into my calf. It's happened before in like my jeans and stuff. It's came very close.
Always close calls, but if it were the real deal.
If it were the real deal. Now, I bought one from like Amazon, and it was like 2 for like $30, so it was like 4 times cheaper than this one. This is what that looked like. I literally disintegrated in my hands. You can literally just look. And it's just not going to work when you need it to work. This is totally different. This is all one molded piece. This is medical grade, designed by a surgeon who is also a captain of a fishing vessel. So he knows his stuff. This is the D-hooker tool. I'm not telling you that.
Why? I wanted to test it.
I'm not telling you that you have to buy the $60 one, but if I was going to
still fine.
If I was going to buy one, this is the one I would buy, because let me tell you something. If you did have one of those situations where you're way out on the boonies and you get absolutely wrecked by a hook, he's got videos of him pulling these out all the time. So the way that this works, you put this, like let's say the hook was inside of me like so. I would put this around the bend of the hook.
A hook in you.
You could. Press down and then pull out. So this is providing this part right here. It's providing the downward pressure to get the hook barb out of your, like make room for the barb to come out. And then this hook right here with this very solid weld is what's actually pulling it out. And the reason the handle is so big is so you can, you can actually get it out. Now, yes, you can use the string trick. That's going to be pretty hard to do by yourself at a weird angle. This is like the most premium way to do it. So not saying you got to buy it, but this is going to be the best option. It's going to be the best of the best. Buy it or don't. That's our slogan.
If we ever show something, we're not trying to force you to buy it. If you don't want to spend the money on this, that's cool. I think enough of the people will say like, well, I really want a tool like this to always be reliable and like work when I need it to work. And that's all we're saying. We just think it's neat.
Yeah, it's just rad. So over the past maybe 6 months to a year, it's been almost a year actually, we actually got our first pair of boots, like deck boots. And they were the Under Armour. These are awesome. I have absolutely wrecked these. We have used them to I'm wearing them right now.
We've been wearing these since just after ICAST last year. So we're coming up on a year with these things.
I basically played basketball in these. I've done it all. I've run soccer practice for my kids in them. I can't believe how well they hold up. I just didn't think a pair of boots could hold up to that kind of a like standard abuse.
I still haven't found, the only issue I've found is like on the sole right here in the corner.
The crease.
Which is where it gets the most like creasage.
It's made for it. It's like,
it starts to peel away the sole a little bit, but it's not enough yet that it's actually even a problem. So
no, not at all.
Those have been great. We've got a new pair of boots to try out. These are the Columbia PFG Pro Sport boots. And just, first of all, look at the friggin' heel.
But one of the biggest problems I had, so one thing Jeff and I have talked about is we've tried a few of these on before, and there are like pretty small differences from boot to boot. Like a lot of it's like mostly styling is the difference. But if you want to, when you have to take these off, you have to like take one heel, put it on the other heel, and like really like leverage them off. This is for you to step on to like really pull these off. I thought that was genius. That's kind of a game changer for me. Also, dude, look at the bottom of these things. And they are rugged. It's not plush and soft. It looks like it's hyper plush. How does it feel on foot? Just wearing them right now.
So first,
more firm or less?
They feel a little more firm than the Under Armour does.
I was kind of surprised.
I'm gonna walk in them. I'm gonna do a lap.
Jeff's doing a lap. While he's doing that and being quiet, so you get the 2 pull tabs. Jeff pointed out these are super rugged. These are like abrasively rugged. The ones on the Under Armour are really soft. Also like this toe cap, built for business. You are kicking indoors with these. These things are nuts.
First, 10 yards. Grip feels pretty good. Yeah. I will say that I got a size 12. Normally I get an 11 and a half. Yeah. They don't come in half sizes, so I was worried.
Very normal for the boot, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of the comments said that they run true to size, so I decided to go 12. It was the closest I could get. My Under Armours are an 11 and a half. They are a perfect fit. These ones are a little on the big size, so I probably could go down to an 11. I think I got the wrong size.
You could try the 11 because no, these actually fit me pretty good. They are a hair big, you're right. There's room in there, but it makes them kind of comfy.
Give me your left 11.
Holy cow.
The heel tab to take them off works very well.
It works.
I need a half size. I'm an oddly sized foot. The arsonist had oddly shaped feet.
Why, you're an arsonist now?
Well, you're about to find out. Really comfortable, one key difference. So the Under Armours actually have this. They're a little Achilles pocket, or a heel keeper downer for the non-scientific folk. Yep. And what they do is they actually keep your heel from sliding up as you walk in these. And I have noticed in these, there's a bit of heel slip. So if you don't get like the exact size, or you're not wearing like super thick socks, you're probably gonna have a little bit of movement. We're gonna have to see, using these for a while, if that causes any issues for us.
It might also provide a little room for you to get a little less sweaty, because one thing that can happen in the boots when it gets super hot on, you have socks on, you're getting sweaty. So maybe a little more room would not be a bad thing.
Yep. Really need a full day in these, so I think we use them tomorrow.
Right, yeah, 100%.
We're gonna use these.
No, you're using them tomorrow. I'm gonna use the other ones.
The shoes?
Yeah, the shoes.
Let's look at the shoes.
Now we also did get what is essentially a boat shoe, the Castback TC. These are your a little bit of your father's design, but holy
New
cow,
Balance.
Dude, these are plush. Quick dry on top, but this is like a true shoe. It's like an all-day wear comfort shoe. More of a boat shoe. I think it'd actually be really nice for a kayak. It's kind of on the other side. Like a lot of kayak shoes that we wear are like the super fast dry and all that kind of stuff. These are like a legit tennis shoe. I'm pretty hyped for these.
These are nice.
They lace up. Again, you get that aggressive toe cap to handle the business side of what it is that you're doing. And then, dude, the bottom is exactly the same. So you're getting that super grippy,
cushioned,
a legit cush shoe. Now these are a lot softer, I think, as Jeff is alluding to.
These are neat. Oh, yours don't look like dad shoes. How'd I end up with the New Balances?
I kind of like the whites.
Check that out.
Those are sick.
This is my design.
The kids are gonna love those.
These are really light. They have a nice cushion to them. It's the same grip as you saw in the boots, and it's got what I always prefer, the elastic tongue in there, so it holds that tongue in place.
Oh, it does? Oh, sick.
Yeah, these are comfy. We're gonna have to beat the tar out of these.
Techlite Eco? Are these like a eco-friendly sole?
Maybe.
Insert? Oh, whoa, bruh.
Oh yeah, did you show them the blood and guts? Blood and guts on the side?
Yes.
Because they're easily washable.
Let's go. These are.
For all the murders we commit. What?
You can't put that in a video.
Why not? Now these are a certified banger, I will say. The deck boots, I'm gonna have to get a few days on. First impressions, I don't know. But these shoes are really nice. First impressions, I like
really nice. As far as fit goes, I think I got
the right fit.
What'd you get? I got the half size. I got a 10 and a half.
11 and a half.
The half size is kind of a big deal.
I wish the boots came in an 11 and a half. I also wish they had a heel stay. That would be nice, but whatever. Last thing. Here. Paul has been using these for a minute.
First of all, pick them up.
They're very light. These are the Suspenz. They are for kayak rigging and storage. It actually uses just this canvas material, which is really nice and wide.
It is crazy what you can fit on these things. We had the new Wilderness Systems, which is a very wide, high, tall gunnel boat with dual tunes, and it fit in here like a glove. Not sideways, none of that. Fit like it was supposed to. And then down to the smallie. Yep, there you go. 300.
High weight capacity.
I gotta look it up. I'm pretty sure it's 350. Hold on.
So this particular model is called the Yellowfin. It has a weight capacity of 350 for the pair, and confirmed, because we got on top of that kayak and we
tested it out. So we put the larger kayak, the Wilderness Systems Tactical 128, and then Jeff got in it, I got in it, not a problem. And it does have some upgrade options. When you typically get them, it won't have these tables on the side. These are locking tables, and they do fold away when you don't want them. You can pull these down, and they're gone, out of the way, which is really nice. They also have this pouch on the side that basically hangs down from the side. It does strap to the frame, so it goes around like that. but it's got one large pocket and then 3, I think, medium ones on the side. Now, you can do this however you want. You can get 2 sets of the pockets, you can get 2 sets of the trays. You can customize it and make it your own, or you could do none of them, and you can just have the, if you just want to move them around and just have the frames, you can do that. Now, what's really nice is you see these do fold up, and then you can just like hang them or store them out of the way or shove them on a shelf when you're not using them, which I will be doing tonight because I will not be using them tonight. They also have an option to add casters, i.e. aka wheels, at the bottom, and then they have a locking pair as well, so you can lock the caster so your kayak doesn't go shooting down away from you as you're trying to move it around.
Here's a video of how smooth these things roll around with a heavy kayak on it. Yeah, guys, just got a lot of work done today. A bunch of kayaks that we're building out right now. Sir?
Taking my kayak for a walk.
Oh!
Oh, there's a $1,000 gimbal in
there. That was a problem. That was fun.
That was fun. Now, a couple of words of warning with these. One, if you have a kayak in here, there's not a lot of grip on those suspenders. So when you're trying to load this yourself, if you like try and put a kayak up on top and just put maybe like 1/3 of the kayak up on the slings, even with it locked, it's just gonna kind of slide down. So this is like a 2-person load a lot of times. And maybe I haven't figured out how to do it, but it took me a little while. I basically just took the kayak and propped it up against a wall and then dragged one side of the sling underneath of it and then pushed it all the way under, and then I was good to go. The other option would just be to have 2 people do it. You can actually strap the inside of the legs together so that it doesn't like fully separate, and that's what you want to watch out for. So these can move on you just because they're a little bit taller, and if you hit one of those wheels, it could be an issue. So be careful when you're loading and unloading, but otherwise these have been phenomenal. If you're on a smooth floor with not a lot of like cracks or obstructions, 25 out of 10. But for the lightweight, the portability, the fact that it comes with the side tables, I used it to build out a full kayak, was not losing tools. I've loved them.
Me too. Used them all day today.
They're pretty good.
I'd like a pair for my house that I could use.
We got to get Jeff a set because we do a lot of builds at his house, and I'm sure he doesn't want to drive to my garage every single week.
Nope. So that's all we got for this video, you guys. We do this stuff all the time, so stay tuned, stay subscribed to the channel if you want to see more content like this, because we are constantly doing reviews and testing new products. So if there's anything you want to see tested, be sure to comment below. Let us know if we've missed anything. Let us know your opinions on things. All of that is great. We're going to continue to do this forever, probably. We'll try.
The other thing too is if you're rigging out a kayak, if you're looking for a kayak accessory or anything like that, or apparel or whatever, ask a question. We want to be a resource for you. Hit us up on Instagram. You know, here, wherever it is, leave a comment like Jeff said. We'll
DM, comment, tag.
And we'll try to answer those questions for you and be a resource for you.
Thank you so much for watching this video. We'll catch you on the next one. Okay, bye.
That way?
Well, we can't go that way.
I'm going this way.
Stuff.